Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm doing the second half of my What Sold video, which will be for last weekend, August 30th through September 1st. It was a holiday weekend. Normally when I have holiday weekends, y'all, I ship on Saturdays. How about the rest of you? I just don't like letting it go that long. So I had shipped early that weekend, and I wondered how many others do that. You always get that message though. I mean, I literally got a message on Monday asking, why haven't you shipped my package? So it happens. I just remind them that it was a postal holiday. Far as the weekend sales, one day was average, and then the other two were much better. So, I'm happy with the sales that weekend. I think I have 2 sales to share from Poshmark, and then of course everything else is eBay. If you're new to my channel, I list everything on eBay. I've been on eBay for 25 years plus, and then I use List Perfectly to cross list to the other platforms. I have recently put all of my catalog, all 11,800 and some items are in List Perfectly at this time, and I'm enjoying the auto delist and using the express lister to help me with listing my clothing items. I still am listing non-clothes on eBay first and then transferring them into the catalog. But I just noticed today there was an update that they've been, if you're in the Pro Plus, you're able to let List Perfectly assist you in sharing your items on Poshmark. But I saw a notice this morning that now you're going to be able to send offers, and that's major for me because I haven't been sending offers, so I'm hoping maybe that's going to help. I haven't tried to set it up yet, so I'll let you guys know how it works. All right, let's do this. First item to share with you on Poshmark is this Bop It handheld game, sold for $9. And then these HM divided women's cargo jeans, sold for $17. And then eBay. None of my listings on any of the platforms have free shipping, so when I say something sold for $10.63, the buyer also paid shipping. I have recently switched though, so some of these still are showing priority, but I've just recently changed everything. So Ground Advantage is first, and I think I'm starting to see a few more sales because the shipping is cheaper, and so thus it's more competitive. All right, so first thing that sold was an older listing, Carhartt men's jeans, sold for $10.63. I've let Robert start sending out offers for me. I think he's sending out bigger offers than I normally would. Let it be, Rebel. Let it be. Hopefully I'm going to start seeing a lot of the older stuff and the not so older stuff, but still stuff that needs to be moving. Moving. There you go. This next item is just an example. At the beginning of the year, I decided I was tired of the profit piles, and I had totes and totes and totes of small stuff, and I spent several months going through them and just getting them identified with Google Lens and getting them listed. This was just Little Mermaid's Ariel's sister, and it sold for $6.26. Dakin Lion Hand Puppet from 1994, sold for $8.96. Bread and butter, y'all, bread and butter. All right, this was a Jellycat Giraffe Bashful Plush, sold for $10. All right, these next 2 listings was from a single buyer. She bought 2 Commonwealth rabbits, bought this one with the yellow sweater for $23.35. And then she also purchased this yellow rabbit from 2000 for $22.45. So that was an excellent sell for some rabbit plush. All right, again, these next 2 sales were a single buyer. This was some vintage license plates. We bought a tote of them at the Highway 127 sale 2 years ago. We didn't go back this year. we instead decided to go to Connecticut. But sold this plate for $14.36, and then this other plate had been listed for a while and took his offer of $7.53. Jellycat again, Bashful Bashful Cat sold for $19. Aeropostale Women's Haley Flare Jeans, $17.71. Well, I'm thrilled with as many jeans as we've been selling. Jeans and shorts. Just crazy numbers for us. Dansko High Heel Sandals sold for $37.50. Child's Play Duck Hand Puppet sold for $11. Dakin Little Red Riding Hood doll. It's one of those, they call them topsy-turvies. You can reverse them. Sold for $11.66. Let me show you. Be the grandmother, Little Red Riding Hood. And then I think the back of the grandmother is right here, yeah, is the wolf. Animal Alley Lamb Plush from 2017. Again, this was listed before last year. So Robert probably had sent out an offer and we got a counter offer of $20, which we accepted. This is a viewer sale from Sherry. So thanks again, Sherry. Sherry snatched up Sing to Johnny Gorilla plush for $59.95. So thanks again, Sherry. Build-A-Bear Paw Patrol Liberty's backpack. I knew this was something special. I had a Liberty plush listed, and I thought I would just put this on it, but then when I saw the comps, nope, I went ahead and listed this separately, and it sold for $20.20. Y'all, I think this is my big sale. Normally I push them to the end, but I forgot this time. I showed this in a recent haul video. It is a Casio VL Tone music instrument. We picked this up, I want to say either at Pittsburgh or the Morgantown bins on this last trip that we did. The box was in one end, the toy was in the other. I did test it and it worked perfectly. There was a little bit of corrosion, but I just take pictures of that. You know, I was supposed to have, I was supposed to have a video of this working, and you know, sometimes I don't go back and look to make sure eBay accepts my video, but I do think I have a picture of it turned on, so that's okay. But it sold for $75. Sometimes they reject your videos. Don't quite understand. This is an Owl Clutch wristlet purse. I don't normally pick these up. Maybe Robert picked it up. I don't know. But nevertheless, it took about 6 months to sell, $9.91. Gap 1969 women's curvy medium blue jeans sold for $17.71. American Eagle women's jeans sold for $17.71. Faltzgraff Snowwear Snow Village dinner plates. These have been listed a while. I remember the yard sale we bought these from. I want to say I paid like $5 for a tote of plates, bowls, I think coffee mugs. And this is just a reminder also for me. I plan on going back to a lot of the dish sets that I have listed as singles and start making lots. This person bought 2 of these plates, the last 2 of the plates, and paid $16.10. But I need to go start pulling, especially the Christmas sets, and start making lots, and hopefully I can get them moving. My thoughts on that originally was, you know, somebody breaks one, they'll have an opportunity to buy one. But I think I'm just going to start doing lots. All right, another pair of Gap's women's jeans sold for $21. This is a viewer sale, so thank you so much, Melissa. Melissa saw me showing this in a recent haul video and wanted to buy it in remembrance of a pet she had, and so she bought my little brownie dog for $8.06. I had several people comment saying that this was from the Justice series. I never did figure that out before I got it listed. Weekends by Chico's cow neck hoodie. I picked this up at a churchyard sale, so I think everything was $1 there. Maybe some of the shirts and stuff for jackets were $2. This sold for $15.94. Nibbles, the book Monster Plush. I just showed this in a haul, and it sold for $15.25. Very quick sale. This is a Jibba Jabba doll plush from 1994 by Ertl. I want to say this was a Ben's pickup, and it sold for $22.45. It had some condition issues, so I'm still glad with the price that I got for it. Now, I had planned on taking this listing down and putting the large Jellycat that I just found recently in a Ben's bag or in one of my haul videos, but it sold. This is the small 7-inch woodland owl, and it sold for $13.45. FAO Schwartz. Bought a bunch of these at the bins and then realized they are slow movers. I probably will start steering clear of more of them, and definitely checking the comps and the sell-through rate on the ones that I do find. But this polar bear sold for $12.96. Princess Jasmine Nuimo plush. She had some issues. She was missing her clothes, missing an earring. So when I got a $12 offer on her, I just went ahead and accepted it. IKEA Golden Retriever Dog plush. This is one of the larger ones. They come in, I think, at least 3 sizes. This is the larger one, and it sold for $14. Jellycat Casper the Black Cat plush sold for $65. Some Jellycats are bread and butters, but some of them do quite well. Gund Graham Bear plush sold for $8.16. At some point, I've found another one of these. So a lot of times, if I remember to check my store, if I find another item that's already listed, then I just usually will bump the quantity up. But it needs to be the same condition. The tags need to be the same because, you know, sometimes the tags are different. Otherwise, I'll just make a separate listing. This is another Robert pickup that took quite a while to sell, but yay, finally sold. This is a Rawlings football helmet, and it sold for $40. Coco Carmen women's jeans, $14.17. Dakin Dragon plush from 1983. Took a while to sell, $9.86. This was a Ben's pickup. I tend to pick up most art kits, even some that are used, and I've done very well with them. This one ended up being just a little bit more plain, and it still sold in about 8 months for $11.66. Now this is one of those times where I listed it because I didn't have anything listed that kind of went with it, hoping at some point I'd find other stuff to put with it, because it's always easier for me to find stuff that's in my inventory than to find it in this room unlisted somewhere. So that's what I tend to do, but it still sold in the same month I listed it, $5.63. Oh, it's a Fisher-Price oven mitt pretend play. HO scale. I noticed when I was putting this video together that this was a repeat buyer, so I have a feeling this person has already bought one of the previous kits and then came back to get the other one. On our last trip to Missouri, we stopped at a yard sale in Illinois. We had a detour, and I picked up like 3 sets of these smaller HO scale faller sets for $2 each, and then like 3 of the larger ones, I want to say for $3 each. I haven't listed the larger ones because I found out that they were open. Some of them had the pieces where a couple of them, you know, had been torn off but never assembled. I think I'm going to list the last 3 as a lot and just say I did not count the pieces. But I did count these 3 small pieces to make sure that they had all of their pieces, and finally sold $12.10. Cabela's men shirt guidewear sold for $11.89. Halloween Spooky Tree by Jamie sold for $12.56. I had 2 of these coffee mugs listed, and they've been listed since before last year, and then in just this last month, the first one sold, and now the second one sold. That tends to happen a lot of times. If I have multi-quantity, if one sells, it turns right around, and the other one sells right after it. But this mug sold for $8.05. This is from my favorite little estate sale company. I bought a bunch of Wizard of Oz stuff at a yard sale this summer. I've not got very much left, but this was a Scarecrow figure by Hamilton Collection, and it sold for $25. When I didn't see any more of these the day that I bought this, and I went back on the half price day wishing I could have found more of them, because they had really nice comps. So LL Bean men's short sleeve shirt sold for $11. Playmobil Tyrannosaurus Rex, picked this up at the bins, sold really quickly for $11.66. Claritin syrup pharmaceutical promotional advertising, transformer kind of toy, sold for $12. I'll pick up almost anything that has pharmaceutical advertising on it. I've done very, very well with it. Behringer doll. I think this is going to be another one of those. If I've got any of these listed, I'm going to go ahead and take them down and make a lot and see if I can't get all of it sold and just not pick them up anymore. They used to do well, not so much anymore. But it finally sold for $9.86. Dennis the Menace, again, this was in my totes and totes of stuff I worked on at the beginning of the year. It sold for $7.15. This was a mistake because when I picked it up, I didn't realize it was missing the top. This was just the base. So it's been listed a really long time, and finally somebody made me an offer of $10. So I sold it. I had reminded myself when I was doing my inventory that a lot of the stuff that I went ahead and inventoried and gave numbers to this next round, that if they were still there, I was going to end them and not relist them. Scooby-Doo Pirate Dog Plush from Toy Factory sold for $9.86. And these are called Mattel Tough Stuff alphabets. They also have other numbers. They have like food pieces, just a whole series from the 1970s. I love when I find them. They don't sell for a whole lot, but you know me, I love the vintage Mattel and Fisher-Price stuff. And these sold for $26.95. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that. It is yard sale days for us, so I just heard Robert getting back from errands that he was running, and we are going to start heading out to do some yard selling. So y'all get to work. Bye.